Exactly. First of all,
You can't even be at the same level.
Prop it up.
No.
Do.
Welcome.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Today we are here giving you 5 tips.
5 tips.
For how to maintain a long-distance friendship. So, Coco and I have been long-distance lovers.
Yes. Secret lovers.
And we have been best friends at a distance pretty much.
Our entire friendship.
Which is maybe 13, 14 years now, something like that.
Yeah. September will be like 14 years.
Yeah, I think so. And it's pretty much just happened. First, obviously, because we love each other and we are true friends. But we wanted to give you guys some tips, especially with everything that's going on in the world now. People are home and it's just changing. A lot is changing with how much access we have to our friendships and the people that we love. So we figured we could give you all some tips about how to maintain long distance friendships. So 5 tips. Here we go. Do you have yours?
Yeah, I do. I also just want to say one thing, as friends, I feel like being distant friends, with the greatest balance of our friendship is that we're never doing too much as friends. Like never feel like we're invading each other's space. And so I think that's the beauty of being like distant friends is that like it's never the most.
That's interesting. Say more. What would the most be?
No, I mean sometimes you have friends that like have these expectations for you to constantly check up on them, be in their lives, show up, be physically there. And for you and I, like, you still have a great impact on my life, even though you're not physically there.
Right.
And I think the baseline of that is that we check in with each other when it's convenient for both of us.
Yeah.
And, when it's not convenient at the moment, we just say, hey, babe, can I call you tomorrow? Can I call you, maybe next week? And we don't feel offended,
Right.
So I don't have those expectations for you as a friend because it's like, I trust you so much that I know you'll call me back. Because we've done it for so long that I'm not a dependent when it comes down to our friendship.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree totally. Okay, great. I think that's a great segue into my first tip. So tip number 1 that I gave for how to maintain a long distance friendship is communicate in multiple ways. Like use social media, use telephone, use text, use FaceTime. Like you can get creative. I know sometimes we have friends that we only talk to on Instagram or we only talk to. It's like that FaceTime friend, like the friend you only talk to if you're talking to them over FaceTime. But I think it's really cool to just be flexible with how you can communicate with somebody.
Absolutely. Because I appreciate a good FaceTime. Like, if you can show me your face, I'm here for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I also appreciate a good phone call. Like, I'm someone who loves if you just call me up and you're like, you know what? I don't want your time. I'm not calling you because, like, I've got a bunch to say. I just wanted you to know I was thinking about you and I love you. Like, I think this generation, we've gotten so used to only communicating through text or through social media. But traditional phone calls, like, still matter.
That's a great segue into my tip, actually. So I guess tip number 2 is really taking the old school route. So I think this has a big emphasis on what you were saying about this generation, is that Sarahn and I were pen pals. Write a letter. I think everybody loves to receive as a friend. And so you want to take that time to really like put your thoughts onto paper, and so your friend can like actually see your handwriting, or go out your way and like your mom just received some flowers. Like those tangible things are also pieces of you that you can share with your friends. So yeah.
No, yeah, that's great.
And go the old school route.
The old school route is great. And Coco she is so good with that. Like she'll still send me things in the mail with like little notes. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day, whatever it is. And I love that she'll put like personalized handwritten notes or cards, for the holidays or for my birthday or whatever. So I think that that's awesome. And that's definitely like a really easy thing that you can do. Just putting a letter in the mail, getting a stamp, putting it in the mailbox. That's a wonderful way to keep in touch. All right, wonderful. So tip number 3 that I gave is be there for the moments that matter. Like we make a point of being there in the moments that matter. So like birthdays, if we can, right? We'll always like, if I have the ability to fly to Coco at home or wherever we are in the world, or she'll come to me, we'll definitely do that. Graduations, things that really matter, because I think that that's part of what being a true friend is all about, is really being there in the moments that matter. Like, how many times do you get to graduate from college, right? Like, you only have a birthday one time a year. So I think that that's a way that we maintain our long distance friendship. Even if we only see each other, maybe sometimes I think over the past couple of years, we've seen each other maybe like 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
But there was a time in our friendship where we would see each other once a year.
Yes.
Like during the summer.
But we were also younger, and I think now as young adults, we're making our own money, we're making our own choices.
Right.
So if you can make that choice to go out of your way and just show up for your best friend in those big moments in their life, big or small, honestly, it'll make a different impact on the relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tip number 4, you want me to go?
Tip number 4. I think tip number 4 for me, I kind of like this, that we're going back and forth. Tip number 4 for me, I definitely would say listen to your instincts. There's one thing that I realized, that knowing that Sarahn is my best friend, we share a lot of the same energy. Sometimes when you're going through things in life and like you have that thought in your head to, maybe I need to call my friend, don't wait. Like, I just feel like, don't wait to make that extra call or take that extra step, because I know there's moments in my life where I'm like, dang, if I only called that person one more time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've really appreciated those moments where you call me and you're just like, girl, like, I was just thinking about you. I just wanted to tell you I love you. Those type of phone calls. Yes, you should check in with them like when you can and when it's appropriate for your schedule and their schedule. But when you have those moments, those instincts, like almost like a spirit is talking to you to call that person, listen to your instincts.
Right. Like, if you get that, I'm thinking of somebody, you feel it, just go with it, flow with it. Absolutely. And even if they're like, I can't talk right now, but I'll call you back, just the fact that you extended yourself and you connected, that means something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tip number 5.
Cinco.
Yes. Is take trips together.
Take trips together.
Yes, we have traveled together throughout our friendship. From the early stages of our friendship, we traveled together, and it always was a way for us to bond, make more memories. Of course, as you know, traveling is one of the most exciting things that you can do in your life. And when you do it with people that you love, you just always end up getting closer to them, having the memories that you make with them. And we've had some...
I'm glad I've experienced if anybody doesn't know, my favorite place is Morocco, and I've experienced Morocco with Sarahn when we were young, and like we were still in college, we didn't have a lot of money, so it was like...
But we got there though. We made it. We made it. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Now we're here, okay? We're renting the boat for the day.
Right.
No more.
Right. But it was good. No, it was good. And so we think that that's definitely a huge way that you can make memories, bond with your friends that are long distance, and just catch the vibe, get the wave.
Absolutely.
So yeah. I actually have one more tip.
One more tip.
I know we said 5.
I have one more tip too. So we're gonna
make it 7. 7 tips.
Yes, 7
okay.
tips.
We're gonna make it 7. My next tip, this one is very important. Okay. I want you all to understand what I'm saying. Underline, bold, italicized. Okay. Yeah. So you cannot let any insecurities get in the way of your friendship, especially when you have a long distance friendship.
Yes.
Because Coco and I, we've never lived in the same city at the same exact time, but we've always been best friends. Like, number 1, top tier.
Like, everybody knows that Sarahn is my best friend.
Like,
every other friend that I have knows the queen bee is Sarahn in my life.
But wait.
Oh,
one's enough. Right. So
that's perfect, because my tip was have inside jokes with your friends. Inside jokes are so hilarious, because Sarahn will send me voice notes of something that happened on a trip somewhere, and I'll start bursting out into laughter, and nobody else will know what I'm talking about except for Sarahn. It is just great, because it's like,
just comes with
it's like she knows me.
Yes.
She really knows me.
Yes.
Give me your...
Oh no. Yo. I cannot.
Oh god.
No.
That was hilarious.
Listen, all right. Anyway, so, but yes. So but the last tip that I was saying You know, Coco has friends and I have friends. We both have a lot of friends, but we've never let the friendships that we have with I've never let the friendships that Coco has with maybe the people that she went to school with, high school, college, or that she's neighbors with, the people that she sees more than she sees me. I've never felt jealous or envious of those friendships because I've always felt so secure in our soulmate connection.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's a huge part of being long distance best friends or just friends in general, because a lot of times you hear people say like long distance doesn't work because of trust issues or because of insecurities. So I think being trustworthy and being secure in your friendship is a huge part of how to have a successful friendship.
Absolutely. And one thing I love about that, Sarahn, is that we don't even have to check each other, you know, like that in that way. It's not that deep, you know, like if she does something with somebody else, it's not that deep because I don't know. I just know I'm loyal to the soil when it comes to Sarahn. Like I know. That's it. Drops the mic.
That was beautiful. Come back. Okay. So yes, thank you all so much for tuning into this wonderful video. Thank you, Coco.
Yes, and I love being your distant lover.
No, same.
Yeah.
Aw, we love it. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like so.
Hashtag sarahnsays.
Deuces. Boys are like buses. Miss one, next 15, one coming.
Best friend video coming soon. Best friend video coming soon. Best friend. That's my
Best friend. Best friend.
That's my best friend.
Oh no!